Welcome to Loosen Up Your Painting podcast, the podcast with tips and advice on how to improve your painting. For beginners to advanced, you'll learn new ways to grow your painting fun and enjoyment. I'm Malcolm Dewey, your host from malcolmdeweyfineart.com, and let's begin. Hi there, and welcome to episode 4 of Loosen Up Your Painting podcast. In this episode, I'm going to have a look at the idea of your painting style, right? What makes a great painting, and how important is your individual painting style to resulting in a great painting? So if you've grappled with this issue and wondered what you need to do to make your painting stand out, do you have to acquire a particular style and stick to that? What are galleries looking for? This is quite a vague subject, but one that seems to plague artists a lot. So if a gallery has told you that your style does not fit their clientele, or you're in doubt about what style is trending right now, should you follow that? Well, if you are wondering about these things, then you're in good company. As they say, the style police is always ready with an opinion on what your painting style should be. So how important is style? Well, let's have a look at that in this episode. So it's a trite idea that your style may have more relevance with your dress code, because I don't believe style is all and everything about your painting. But what advice would you give to an artist if they asked you the question, what do you think of my style? So if you want gallery representation, you may have come across the advice to look at your style and see what's popular and follow something similar. You may have also heard people talking about some other artist's style that they really love and is doing so well and is so popular. So this can really put some pressure on you as well. Examples of these trending styles vary from city to city and country to country. If I look at Cape Town, everyone seems to be trying to paint extra large canvases of sort of stylized portraits with pixelated faces or dissolving faces. That's the big trend at the moment. In another part of the country, we see bright acrylic landscapes that have been painted with texture combs and creating various layers of super high bright or high key color. So it's no coincidence that you see many artists producing similar work, because that is what's trending right now. So the pressure to follow another style can be hard to resist if you're relying on a gallery, for instance, that is really pushing that particular painting. Especially one that needs to make lots of sales quickly. When your gallerist keeps asking you for more paintings of the same thing, you know what is trending. But does this mean you must follow along? The old advice about stealing like an artist means you must assimilate what has been done before, then make it your own unique version, not copy it. So Picasso said that bad artists copy, but good artists steal. He also said that all art is theft. So there it is. If you want to explore this idea, I can recommend you have a look at a book by Austin Kleon. It's called Steal Like an Artist, 10 Things Nobody Told You About Being Creative. You'll find a very clear exposition of what it means to steal like an artist. So what is the truth about style? It's not about style at all. Okay, what galleries and desperate artists and the general public may think is style is in fact not style. So is this confusing? In one of my workshops, I had all the students work from one reference. So all the artists painted the same subject. The result? Each painting was markedly different from the other. The same subject, but very different in appearance. No artist was trying to make their painting look like another artist's. The difference, I believe, is due to style. What we see when artists churn out the same looking subject matter in the same method, I believe, is more like copying. So charitable critics call it derivative, but copying is even worse. So derivative is borderline stealing, but this is still better than copying, if you subscribe to Picasso's idea anyway. So you've heard the term an artist's signature work. This suggests that the artist produces work in a certain style, no matter what the subject. Even if the materials used are different, it doesn't disguise the style. So if you sign your name with a pencil, a crayon, or a fountain pen, your signature is still going to be recognizable. Why is this important? Artists must avoid falling into the trap of copying the trend and calling this their style. When the gallery says a certain subject is popular, they mean paintings that look like the one that's sold is what is popular. Okay, so when they want more like that, they mean copying. Maybe a bit of a generalization, but this is what it comes down to. So what makes a great painting? What is a better road to follow for the artist? Instead of fretting over style, rather focus on the core techniques of good painting. Style tends to take care of itself in the process. Once you achieve mastery over the process of painting, you'll begin to glimpse greatness. And greatness comes when the master can tell the story, the message that resonates with the viewer. It's kind of a communion that reaches beyond technique to your heart. You can see this, for example, in a Rembrandt or a Van Gogh, but not in a copy, and certainly not in the latest trend that everyone is following. As they say, if you're following the trend, you're already too late. Okay, the next thing is already out, and you're always going to be playing catch-up. So can every artist produce great paintings? Who knows what will happen if you follow excellent painting techniques for a long time? Anything is possible. But for most, the music of art will remain elusive. For every Mozart, there must be 100 Salieris, even thousands. But are we still talking about greatness or something beyond that? Can we call Mozart great? Or Rembrandt? Or were there not much more? If so, then mere mortals like you and I may have some hope of creating great paintings one day. So, there is a hope for us. I don't think we can aspire to being Mozarts and Rembrandts, but I think they were great at a level that is almost unattainable for most of us. Instead, consider this. One thing is for sure. Stop worrying about any particular style. Okay, stop worrying about the trend and start to look at the strength of your own technique, your own process, and how you feel about what you're communicating. Then you will see growth in your art. Paint, persist, and thrive. That's kind of my advice to every artist. This quick thought in this podcast today is, what do you think? Do you think it's about following the trends and the style of the moment? Do you have to keep up with styles, or is it enough to believe that your style will reveal itself if you keep persisting with strong painting principles? Let me know what you think. If you enjoy this podcast, please give it a share and a like, subscribe, let other artists know that you're listening to something about art and they may be interested in it as well. So thanks for joining me today, and we'll chat again soon. Until next time, happy painting. Remember that you can find more about painting and techniques on my website at malcolmdeweyfineart.com. I've got a whole series of courses and free courses as well that can help you work on your art and learn a few new things as well. Have a look at malcolmdeweyfineart.com. Go to painting courses and see what's available. Okay, thanks for your time. Thanks for joining me. And until next time, cheers for now.